Welcome to the Research and Recognition Project. I'm Frank Burke, the project's founder and current CEO. I was trained in research psychology at the Institute of Psychiatry on a Fulbright grant many years ago and have lectured in psychology at Cornell University. I went down after 9/11 to help treat survivors and stayed on for a year. During that time, I found a clinical protocol I had picked up was remarkably effective with PTSD. I used the treatment regularly and quickly and effectively removed the toxic emotions from the traumatic memories of approximately 250 World Trade Center building survivors. It worked remarkably well for their PTSD symptoms.
You don't have to deal with it anymore. Your scars are healed.
Wow.
And you don't have to relive in fear over and over again like I have. I was living in fear for almost 7 years, and now I don't have to live in fear anymore.
I cannot tell you how grateful I am for this opportunity. You've changed my life forever.
Not only being able to detach, but also focus instead of on the negative aspects, focus on the positive aspects more.
The project was formally founded in 2008 as a not-for-profit corporation to complete the research necessary to allow the RTM protocol to be used as evidence-based medicine. From the onset, it has been energized by a group of veterans who joined the project to help other veterans with PTSD.
I like to describe the RTM protocol as cognitive therapy that changes the neurological connection in the brain between traumatic memories and traumatic feelings. In a normal therapy room, clients are asked to imagine a movie screen on the far wall, and with the help of the therapist, to dissociate or stop any feelings in reaction to anything they imagine on the movie screen. From a relaxed state, they then replay their traumatic memory movies in different formats, such as black and white or backwards, and also very fast. This reformatting neurologically reconsolidates the memory, severing the connection to the portions of the brain that produced the previously inseparable traumatizing feelings.
The research completed by the project to date has been remarkable. The pilot study and the 3 replication studies all removed PTSD diagnosis and symptoms for the 160 veterans treated in less than 5 hours. All of the studies have been accepted or submitted for publication in peer-reviewed journals, but more scientific research is needed for the RTM protocol.
We have hundreds of thousands of recent veterans suffering with PTS being administered ineffective psychotherapies or psychotropic drugs, which often make veterans' problems worse. We have 22 veterans a day committing suicide and 1 million recent veterans and first responders suffering with PTS. In addition to continuing research, the project is now committing to developing a national training program aimed at training as many therapists working with PTS as possible, as quickly as possible, in the use of the RTM protocol.
After the RTM protocol has been administered successfully, clients can remember and retell the details of their traumatic experience, but they are not forced to relive the traumatizing emotions that previously accompanied it. When scientifically tested after treatment, the clients no longer measure as having PTSD or its symptoms.
I guess the best part is just being able to live my life how it was prior to the incidents. being able to be with my family and actually be there with my family rather than just being there and worrying about everything else, the environment, and being able to just have a full attention to my kids and my wife.
A lot of my problems in my head at the time before this treatment stemmed from these events. So by removing the emotions and all these negative feelings to these events, I've been able to let go of what the power, I guess, that the events had over me.
I've always felt like damaged goods. And today I'm not damaged goods. Today I'm there 100% worthy. And that is priceless. I just feel like a new day, a new life. And I'm very grateful.
We clinically test the success of the RTM protocol by asking clients at the end of the treatment to tell us about their trauma in more detail. Veterans doing so will very often stop after a few sentences and stammer something like, "What have you done to me? I haven't been able to talk about this for years." Clinically, they report their nightmares, flashbacks, and directly related emotional problems no longer troubling them. Their sleep problems generally disappear, and their friends and family often tell them they notice real improvements right across the board.
The most positive for me personally is that I do not have to use any of my willpower or my mental energy to control my emotional status.
To identify a problem that I was having with that situation and able to process it a lot better and not dwell on it. Being able to tell the story instead of tell the story and then relive the story. It's been able to help me sleep a lot better. I've been more active and more engaged with other people, being able to want to actually meet other people and not, be that person in the back and say, "Yeah, nice to meet you," and then leave.
I had been doing therapy with clients for over 40 years before my year in New York City after 9/11. I had never felt so needed and effective as a therapist and a person. I feel the same way now, not just about myself, but our project team and what we are accomplishing together.
We are now offering trainings for licensed mental health professionals, and those supervised by a licensed mental health professional, on the RTM protocol. Please visit www.rnrproject.com for more information.